Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Your local alien is back, this time with a reaction to the trailer for the third Sonic movie. Now, I have not seen any of the other Sonic movies. All I remember is when they first were making the Sonic movie and they had that terrible first trailer, and then people were doing their own edits of it, and then they went back and said, okay, yeah, Sonic does look like nightmare fuel. Let's change this. And I haven't seen anything since that. I haven't even seen the trailer for the second movie. I've seen like promotional stuff that showed I think Knuckles was revealed in it, and Tails. I don't know if Tails was in the first one, but yeah, I just haven't felt very compelled to watch any of the Sonic movies so far. And have they been released like yearly? Because how are they already on the third one? I feel like they just came out with the first one. But I have seen that Shadow is going to be in this one, and I gotta do it now. Now I have to. It's Shadow. Shadow's my boy. Like, I can look past Knuckles and Sonic, and I do like Tails, but if Shadow's in it, I have to do it. It's why Sonic Prime is something that I wasn't really looking at until I realized Shadow's in it. Now I have to do it at some point, eventually. It's not at the top of my bucket list, but one day I'm going to be watching Sonic Prime, so let me know if you want me to do it on this channel. But for today, we are watching the official trailer reaction for the third Sonic movie. We're watching the first one and the second one that came out. And we're going to see what they have in store for it. We're going to see if they did my boy Shadow dirty, because let's be honest, the past however many years, Shadow's not been given the respect he's been deserving. So let's see if they can do my boy some justice. So without further ado, let's get into this. And as far as this Sonic the Hedgehog movie, I wish there were a Shadow the Hedgehog movie. I most likely won't react to it on the channel unless people express interest to it. But right now it's not something I plan to do. So let's get started.
Sonic, you finally found your family.
Try to keep up.
Tails does look adorable.
I know it hasn't always been
Everyone else
easy.
is a little weird.
But you didn't change who you are in here.
I don't know any of the
in my lungs.
human
Or your heart.
characters.
There's been a high-level security breach.
There he is. There he is.
And we need Team Sonic's immediate assistance.
Ooh, is Rouge gonna be in
Project
here?
Shadow is far
Probably
beyond
not.
anything we've ever encountered.
Shadow's story began a lot like your Sonic. But where
Oh,
you
they
found
have the
family
Maria
and friends,
plotline.
Shadow found only pain and loss.
All right, we got a rogue alien on the loose. How do we find it?
Start with a giant fireball?
I love
Rogue
it.
alien.
Let's start with a giant
You're
fireball.
referring to American Alien? I mean, in the Shadow the Hedgehog game, they did say that he was making something. I wonder if they're gonna
Much
use
more impressive than the hedgehog I fought
that
previously.
Dude,
as his.
I'm standing right here.
You're a colorful bunch.
We don't want to fight you.
Actually, Sonic, I would like to fight.
No, no!
This is my first time hearing Knuckles' voice in this. Not what I was expecting at all.
My turn. Can we just talk about this? He's too powerful. I can't believe I'm saying this.
Wait, hold on.
but
If they
we
don't have a
need
single
no-
chaos control in this movie, I'm
This is a
writing.
bad idea.
When has that ever stopped me?
Doctor,
We have visitors.
this is sad, Robotnik. Even for you.
We need your help.
I cannot get over
On
Knuckles'
one
voice. That I.
Do this! If I can't rule the world,
I might as well save it!
So they're teaming up
Sir,
with.
I don't have the proper materials.
Okay, so he's Robotnik in this, not Eggman. So they're teaming up with Robotnik
done.
to stop
There
Shadow.
won't be
So that
anything
means in
left.
this
Hey, no cheat codes.
universe, Shadow wasn't created
What did you do?
by
What I had
Robotnik.
to.
So where does Maria come in?
Welcome home, my boy.
Wait,
It's impossible.
Is it?
It couldn't be. Couldn't it?
I am-
Are you? In the saggy flesh.
wait, what? Wait, hold on. Let me run that back real quick.
Welcome home, my boy. It's impossible.
Is it?
It couldn't be. Couldn't it?
I am-
Are you? In the saggy flesh.
Wait, who is that? Because this is Robotnik, right? So this is Robotnik's dad? I guess he's the one who created Shadow then? Hold on. Ooh, that text on his ID is just too small to make out. Who? Because that is Robotnik, right? Not Eggman? Wait, I am lost. I'm not sure if this is something that was shown in the other movies, but yeah, I am very confused by that end. So who created Shadow in this universe? I'm thinking at the end, because when I saw the white hair, I was like, okay, maybe is this like a time travel thing where that's like his older self? But it seems like that's his father. So in this universe, did Robotnik's father create Shadow, and then Robotnik teams up with Sonic and gang in order to stop Shadow, and then that girl, they might call her something other than Maria, but it seems like it's probably going to be a somewhat similar plotline to an extent. Then they called him an alien, so are they going to incorporate the stuff from the Shadow the Hedgehog game? There's a lot of questions with that. The biggest thing I can't get over, though, is Knuckles' voice. Interesting choice there. Of all the kinds of voices I expected for Knuckles, that definitely was not on the list. And now that I think about it, I don't think Tails said anything that whole trailer, or if he did, he was just talked over. As far as how Shadow looks, I mean, pretty alright. The thing I have an issue with, and this is, it's a 3D movie, it's very expensive CGI, but it just feels slow. Like, whenever Shadow was attacking, he always just felt slow. And I guess there's not really a great way you can solve that without spending another couple $100 million, but yeah, it does feel pretty slow. But as far as how Shadow looks, I think he looks better than Sonic. For some reason, Sonic's chest just looks weird. It looks really skinny, and it doesn't look like he has fur, but at the same time it does. Like, Sonic's stomach has always been kind of more fleshy than the other animal friends. So I don't know, it's just kind of a weird texture going on with his stomach, and he just looks so skinny, but at the same time not like a natural kind of skinny. It's kind of weird. Tails looks fine. Tails looks adorable. For some reason in the trailer, they did a random close-up shot of Tails' tails. Like, okay, this is the real selling point. I know you want to see those tails. All right, we got you. Like, I don't know. They felt the need to really emphasize Tails' tails for some reason. But Tails does look adorable. Shadow looks pretty alright. Yeah, he just feels slow is the thing. And as for his voice, it doesn't stand out in any particular way. It's a kind of forgettable voice, which he's never had a forgettable voice in any of the games or anime that he's been in. So that's a little weird. And I can't get over Knuckles' voice. That was a choice. They they made a conscious decision with that one. But that was the first official trailer that everyone else already watched 3 months ago. And so now we're moving on to the second official trailer, which was released 1 month ago. And we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. I hope it's not a lot of the same thing being repeated, but we'll see. We'll see what this one has in store for us. I hope it explains the Robotnik thing that was at the end of the last one.
What is this den of madness?
Are you Detective
Okay, the
Pikachu?
trailer started.
He does look like a Pokemon. Pika Pika.
He'll just look so adorable in this. I just want to like scrub his fur.
It's time, Shadow.
Finally, we will have our revenge.
But what good is a dastardly plot if you can't conspire with family?
There's 2 Eggmen now?
Double your villains, double your fun.
Okay, so he is called Eggman.
Nice magic marble, real scary.
So he is Eggman,
That actually
not
is real
Robotnik.
scary. Trick shot. Tom, Maddie, we need your help on a super... Knuckles, do you mind?
Oh, excuse me.
Tom, Maddie, we need your help on a super dangerous top secret mission.
We're in.
Yeah, I don't know those
Are you
people.
ready?
We were born ready.
All right, boys, try and keep up.
Come on, Granddaddy-O. We've got
Dirt to do.
Okay, so it does look like they're doing Eggman and Robotnik, which makes way more sense.
When we're done, there won't be anything
Why did I
left to
hear
hold.
them say
That
Robotnik
is
in the
dark.
first trailer though?
Somebody better call Google Maps.
Life's all about the choices we make. Remember to listen to your heart.
does look like
You're
they're
gonna make
doing
the
the
right
Maria
choice when it matters
thing.
the most.
One hedgehog to another. Who does your highlights?
The more you talk, the harder I want to hit you.
This ends now.
Our destiny awaits. You were right about one thing.
Okay, so it looks like
This
Eggman
ends now.
isn't teaming up with Sonic and gang. It looks like he's working with his father, grandfather. Not sure what they're gonna do for this one. Okay. I love how the Rex are it's just a bunch of Sonic stuff, including the Sonic X. Oh wait, this is episode 73. I think that might have been like the last episode. But I grew up on Sonic X, so a lot of people hate it, but Sonic X was my jam. That was that's what made me fall in love with Shadow and actually have an interest in general in the Sonic franchise. So I would not have been interested in Sonic if not for Sonic X and for Shadow being in Sonic X. I used to watch every Saturday morning. Sonic X would come on after Kirby, or was it? Yeah, it was after Kirby, and Kirby would come on after Yu-Gi-Oh! I think is how that went. And so both Kirby and Sonic, 2 properties that I adore because they were on 4Kids. And I used to watch each Saturday, they would show 2 episodes of Sonic X, and I would wait patiently, so patiently, for them to get to Shadow when he would finally show up. I would wait so badly for the Shadow episodes, and there was only a handful in the first like 1 or 2 seasons, but I would just wait for Shadow. And then when they went to outer space, Shadow was more in the episodes, but he was kind of just like there. He didn't have a lot of Shadow-centric episodes, but man, I do love some Shadow, yeah. But as far as that second trailer, it didn't add too much, really. If anything, it was more of like tone setting compared to the first one. And it did clarify, okay, yes, that is Eggman. That's what I thought. I thought he was Eggman. But someone called him Robotnik. And you know what it probably was? It was probably someone who had him confused for Robotnik. Because that did happen in Sonic X, where people kept confusing him for his grandfather. And people were like, oh, Robotnik, this and that. Although I thought this would be in the like game universe where Robotnik and Eggman aren't related, but they're different universes. So it seems like they're kind of following more of the Sonic X plotline, which is interesting because that kind of got retconned to an extent. And then I did see Maria there, so they might be doing the whole thing of Shadow being frozen for however many years, and then some government agency is trying to do experiments or research him or whatever, and they let him loose. And then he's just a raging cannon because he still has the grief and trauma of Maria. But wait a minute. Is Amy in this universe, this movie verse? I feel like if she were in this, she would have shown up at the end. I don't think they have Amy in this, which is like in Sonic Adventure 2, Amy's the one who kind of brings Shadow back to his senses. In Sonic X, that was replaced by Chris. But we don't have either of those characters here. So I'm wondering how that's going to go, because that was a really pivotal moment in Sonic Adventure 2 and in Sonic X, where, you know, someone he already had a bit more of a soft spot for that I didn't see as an enemy was able to talk to him and remind him of, hey, this is what Maria would have wanted. So I wonder what they'll do there. Maybe they'll have Tails do it. We don't get enough of Tails and Shadow in any form of canon at all. It's kind of weird because Shadow doesn't really dislike Tails at all. If anything, he kind of has a little bit of a soft spot for Tails. And he respects Tails. So maybe this movie will be our first time really getting some true Tails Shadow interaction that isn't just, hey, we need to stop Shadow. That would be interesting. That would be nice. But yeah, this is interesting. So we have Eggman, Robotnik, Tails, Knuckles, Sonic, and Shadow, and then the random human characters that I don't care about in the slightest. And then I didn't see any indication of any other animal friends being there. There was a reference to the Chow Garden, and that was kind of it. So yeah, this will be interesting because it does seem like it's kind of leaning more in the Sonic X direction. Which, now that I think about it, in Sonic X, Sonic came first into the world, and then Tails and Amy and whatnot followed. And then we got introduced to Knuckles later on. So I wonder if the second Sonic movie kind of mirrored Sonic X in that regard a little bit. Because in the games, there was no like official introduction to Knuckles. You just kind of meet him and he's your rival. So that's interesting. Well, I'll, at some point, I am obligated, as a Shadow fan, I am contractually obligated, against my will, to, at some point, watch this movie, as well as Sonic Prime. So if you would be interested in me watching it on this channel, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll just see you in the next video.